Holy shit! After 20 years, the prophecy has come to pass, and my boy, Gay Sea Lion, arf arf, he's in it, and Master Vappy! Well, that's it. It's perfect. 5 out of 5 shiny light gems. Primarina and his Song of the Sirens and Vappy's Fishbowl. It makes it perfect. Perfect. That's it. We're done. Bye. Thanks for watching the review, everyone. We're done. Okay. As much as I wish I could, I can't. But you know for damn sure I am keeping the Primarina suit on, because Gay Sea Lion is amazing. Also, Spyro, you do know that canonically Primarina is a girl. Nah, you look at that 87.5% male, there's nearly a 90% chance that your Siren of the Sea is gonna make you feel like a very special girl after he slides right up into your DMs. But enough talk about how pretty the Gay Sea Lion is. We need to get into the game, which also looks very pretty, but we'll save the graphics because they have something attached to them. So first, the story. These things we can go through quickly because it's a snap game. Like the original, there is not too much of a story, and it doesn't need one. You know, you already saw it in the trailer. You are boy or girl, you get the camera, you get in the buggy goes along the track, and you take the pictures. With a side of, like, maybe the Illuma phenomenon, but that's kind of like in the gameplay. They really want to make this a selling point, but we'll get into that in the gameplay. But again, it's Pokemon Snap. What do you expect for a story? Just get in your car and take pictures. Again, much like the original, it just serves as ambience. You're in a daytime field, throw in some field music, you know, some nice generic field music, maybe add a few bird chirps or that kind of thing. You're at the beach, fire that Mario Sunshine beach music up, you know, throw some seagulls in there, some like ocean whoosh, and then have the main beat be on one of those tropical drums or oil barrels or whatever this thing here is made out of. So really nice, just adds that extra little ambience as you're going along the rails taking the pictures of the Pokemon. Already a great sounding game, and now we get to the fact that it looks great. I mean, come on! Have you seen the trailer? Making it a point to really show off that beach shot. Spot the $1 billion threat. Shh. We'll come back to that. But, you know, look at that beach shot. They made it a point to purposefully show off how good some of these places look. Then you see it in the direct again, and it makes a point especially to show off the Lumi balls. That's balls that illuminate these things, not Lumi's balls. If that were the case, this would be Snap After Dark Edition. Ooh, baby! But look at that cutscene with Meganium. With the Meganium at night and all of the illumination vines like going through its body. It looks fucking good! It looks good! From day one, they have made it a major point to point out how fucking amazing this looks, and it transfers from the trailers to the game. It all looks fucking good. Oh, if only Sword and Shield. Shh. Let people enjoy things. But I'll bring that up near the end. as that's where the spiral continues. It's mostly the same, as like the original, they want to follow the spirit of the original, the on-rails taking of pictures. However, like any good sequel, it's the same as the original, but with enhancements to really make it feel like a sequel. So you're still on the tracks, you're still taking pictures, and you have a few of the items that will move the Pokemon around and make them interact in different ways. You know that the best way to show this is one shot that they got from the trailer, the Torchic with the apple. You throw the apple at the Torchic, it burns the apple, and it eats the apple. It is a special moment, it's a special interaction, so if you take the picture of it eating the apple or burning the apple, you will get a better score at the end. So and then like the Pokeflute also returns, like in the original you could make the Snorlax dance. Here you can see you can make the Blossom dance. So there's not really, it's really kind of the same. The new thing that they do have though is not really new, but more of a replacement, which is the Lumi Balls. While not said, it seems to be a replacement for the Pester Ball. I guess, Pester, that's violence. You throw this thing at the Electrode in the original, you murder that Electrode just to get the secret exit. So like, yeah, murder them and take a picture of their burnt, destroyed corpse. I guess they thought that didn't really fit, so it's been replaced with these things. And while I have not got to the end of the game, that secret ending, the Rainbow Cloud, find like the secret of every level to get that Mew. Of course it'll probably be like somebody different, I think Celebi. While I have not seen the true ending where you do all the secrets, the build-up of the trailer and the Nintendo Direct of the Illumination phenomenon so far is just throw it at certain points, especially at night. It will make them glow, which will give you a better ranking at the end, and that's about it. So I'm hoping that as we get closer to that Rainbow Cloud, as we get closer to the end of the game, we will get an actual payoff for the what they've set up, because like, come to this region, see the illumination phenomenon. I mean, they said it. I mean, like, if you're taking that literally, they didn't say that it was anything special. The lady in the trailer just says, come and discover the phenomenon, come and discover the pretty lights, and, I guess you are technically discovering the pretty lights, because hey, they look pretty, and now you can see the pretty lights. Just because I guess just because they made it a point to say it, doesn't mean they have to make it a point to, like, have it do anything special. So maybe I'm expecting a payoff that won't be there, but, like, I just feel like it should do a little bit more than act as a reskinned Pester Ball, in my opinion. But new things, however, true enhancements of the original, like the split paths. In the original, there was quote-unquote secret exits, which weren't really that secret, as you needed to find them. Like, they were required to open up the next area, and that was about it. It was just like, hey, you're going on this track, and at the very end of the track somewhere, like with the Electrode, you throw a Pester Ball, it explodes, the way to the volcano's unlocked, and that's it. An alternate exit that allowed you to get to a new area. But here, they took that idea and took it to the next level. So there is still a secret path to find, but once you find the secret path, it unlocks an entirely new route with different Pokemon. The Direct doing a very nice job of a side-by-side of this feature at the beach, where when you go down into this cave, you can, in the original run, activate this cave, and then on a subsequent run, the second run through, rather than continuing down into the depths of the ocean, you can instead go into this cave where you will see completely different Pokemon, which adds to the replay value because you want to find all the alternate paths. You want to see all these different Pokemon, and that is what a sequel should be. It should take an original and enhance it. We've taken the original secret exit concept and enhanced it and into an entirely new, different, alternate path for you to go. Another enhancement is to the photo record system. In the original, there was one single star with a high score. Yeah, submit that gamer score to Nintendo Power. Get your name on the #1 slot in the Nintendo Power magazine. That has been scrapped for a star system of 1 to 4 stars. 1 being a standard normal photo, and 4 for the perfect photo. So, you know, you've got multiple Pokemon in the shot, they're interacting with each other, they're all in the center of the frame, and they're also doing something special. Like in the original where you got Pikachu onto the surfboard, that counts as it doing something special. So it's a nice, easier way to show how good you did, and you just want all 4 stars. Maybe that's what unlocks the Rainbow Cloud at the end of the game. Nobody knows yet. The game is fresh out. Nobody's got to the Rainbow Cloud yet. This is where we are now. Future Spyro. Hello, Future Spyro here. Don't mind these icons. We were just playing Divinity 2. But this is where, while I close these, and before I show the bit that you've just seen in the title off, I hate it. This is probably the biggest negative of the entire thing, and that is the photo editing mode. I mean, first of all, like, the girl and her voice.
Once you've got some photos saved to your album, you can add stickers, frames, and filters via the photo editing mode. It's nice to add a personal touch. Any photo can be customized until it's totally rad. Or totally hilarious. No matter what, they're your photos. So make them your own.
You can, like, totally go to the mall. It kind of looks like Ambrosia, doesn't it? Without like, I can imagine Ambrosia having that voice, like, you can totally go to the mall, and you can get, oh shit, you pressed the wrong button. You just fucked up your entire bloody image. But, like, you can totally go to the mall, and you can take photos, you can add, like, some stickers, and you can make it totally fabulous. Look, there's some butterflies up here. This is Spyro's taking the piss out of me. My voice sounds nothing like this. Fuck you, Spyro. But yeah, like, oh god, I've made that way too big. let's just minimize that back down, and I'm just gonna need to bring Flick up so I can resize that for when we're playing Divinity again. But yeah, this is an issue, because to me, I feel that as long as they're used correctly, because it's a half and half style issue, as long as they're used correctly, there we go, then they can definitely enhance the game. But if they're not used correctly, then they look dumb. They look so stupid. Like, if you add 1 or 2 sparkles, then you're fine, as I did with a few. But you know, it's when people, like, take the original image that I'm just going to put for the review, like, oh look, you got a fabulous pretty sea lion, oh, don't I look so cute just sitting there on the rock, and then people are like, that's pretty, I'm just gonna plaster all these eggplant emojis just all over it, and maybe some raindrops all over it, and then give it a border, give it a wacky Snapchat filter. Are we gonna really do the rest of the review like this? No! No, this looks stupid. This looks bad. So, like, number one, if you're gonna add, by all means add. You've got to connect to the internet. By all means add, but like, don't go overboard. Don't like go ridiculous. And I fucking swear that goddamn Bidoof is still number one, for fuck's sake. And that's another problem. So, like, you know, first let's just go to my page before we talk about that fucking Bidoof. So it's like, sometimes you don't need it. Like, the Journey's End one I took, you don't need anything. It's already got 35 medals. It's fine. Empress of the Moon, no filters, no pictures, 92 medals. If you've already got a good photo, you don't need to smack emojis over it. Or, you know, like with Flick, because Flick's a bug, nom buggo. He's eating an apple. One sticker, one single sticker of some love hearts. He loves his apple. 182. Like, you don't have to go overboard. So, like, it's a nice feature. You know, you can get the shot center frame. You can realign the shot. You can get it center frame. It looks nice. And if you know what you're doing, just add one or two. I mean, Vappy, we obviously went overboard with Vappy because, you know, Master Vappy, he needs to be shown off that he is the most important Pokemon in the history of Pokemon. After all, he is the best Pokemon as scientifically proven by scientists that do actual science. So, you know, he got all of the love, but like, the other ones, you don't need it. Just a couple of hearts here and there. Hey, the Bob Ross, that's a happy little tree. Look at its eye, it's smiling. Just give it some extra flowers and vines. You don't need a border, you don't need a filter, he's just a happy tree. Or then, you know, this resonates with joy because that, look at how happy that Dodrio is. That's like the happiest Dodrio. This game, that's kind of this game overall. It resonates with so much joy. So again, but just three things. 2 sparkles either side because he's a happy sparkle dance, and then some sparkles around the edge. Happy dance, 470. You don't need to go overboard. Less is more. Unless you're Vappy and he deserves everything because he is the best Pokemon as scientifically proven by actual scientists that do actual science. But while I like this feature, while I see the appeal of it, with the fact that, hey, you can now pretty much kind of play with your friends, where it's like you can take pictures, you can upload them to here and to Twitter, so you can say, look at this amazing photo, like Journey's End, for example, where it's like, you know, the journey has come to an end, and now we're gently drifting off into the twilight. Nice picture. You know, there are actual professional, what, you calling yourself a professional Spyro? No. But, like, from what I've seen on Twitter and other, like, the actual Pokemon thing that we'll look at in a minute, you know, I've seen, like, there's actual professional shots where it's like that. You've got the guy center frame, you've got him just going off into the sunset, and you've got a good title that kind of, like, reflects the image. You've got nice things like that, and everybody is fucking loving this, and I am too. It is a absolutely fantastic feature to put in. Like, the fact that you've got, like, an online sharing system where you can share them not only to, like, the real social media of Twitter, but also, like, the Pokemon Snap community in your own game where you can rate them, hence the medals. That's good. That's nice. That's brilliant. But let's back out. I'm gonna change my title, for example. You know, Diamond Collector. I've been getting a lot of diamond photographs, but you know, I feel like changing my. No, so you gotta go to your space to see them. But I feel like changing my title. You know, your information. Research title. I'm gonna change the title. You know, we got like photograph, newbie, gentle wanderer. we've got some of the basic stuff, but I feel like going, let's just say to page 12. No particular reason I'm going to page 12, but I feel like going to page 12. I want something off page 12. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Oh. So, yeah, as you can see with the regular poster, you got a total of 100 medals, 1,000, and the other 2 are higher as well. There are prizes, like with Mario Maker, and this is the issue, like with Mario Maker, you have the Mario Maker problem. You have locked prizes behind the board, and that then in turn has the Mario Maker problem of e-celebrities. This Bidoof has been up since launch. This Bidoof has never gone away since launch. He's just always been there every day for the past 2 weeks since launch, and there's nothing you can do. Now, I don't know who Luxio is. It might be a PokeTuber. I know that we did find one of the people that was taking the images. There was somebody called Little Michael, and at one point Tyler found Little Michael's Twitter, and he had 30,000 watchers on Twitter. So, instant medals. This Luxio, I'm going to assume, Luxio, Luxray, it's a Pokemon like Pimpernite. I'm going to assume he is some sort of PokeTuber, or at least somebody that is big enough within the YouTube, Twitter, social media space that all he has to do is stream the game, make the photo, and say, "Hey everybody, can you go leave me a like," as does Rubber Ross with Mario Maker. Now, this is obviously not saying that Rubber Ross makes bad Mario levels, but it then has the effect of not allowing, like, once you're on top, you're staying on top. And what happened with Mario Maker, you could make the best level in the world. You could make a level that rivaled, like, a proper, real Mario level, like, officially. You could make a level that rivaled some of Shigeru Miyamoto's best work. But if you were a nobody, even if that level could be an official Mario level, that even Shiggy would be like, "Oh my god, this guy is actually a better Mario level designer than me. I bow to this random person. Me, Shigeru Miyamoto, bowing to this random person because it's that good." Unless you've got a media presence, then you're going to get played by like 1, 2 people. Let's be generous, maybe 10. But Rubber Ross, he just has to stream. He's already got 1,000 likes. He's already got 1,000 plays. And with Mario Maker, like with Pokemon Snap, there were prizes like the Bowser costume or other things that were locked behind getting a bunch of likes. And with Luxio here, all he had to do was say, "Gimme likes," and there is already instantaneously, at day 1, this has never gone down. This picture has been here since day 1. Granted, on day 1, it was about 100,000 when I turned on the game, but still 100,000 instantaneously. The first day when I went into this online space, 100,000 day 1. So it's like, if you're popular, you're going to get all the prizes. But for someone like myself, you know, I'm fairly small, and as you saw from my page, drop it down to my page, I'm barely cracking 1,000. You know, maybe with this review, maybe with a little bit of a push from getting more Pokemon, as we're not done with the Pokedex, I will get that 1,000 likes. But the 2 above it, which are probably like 10,000 and 100,000, no way. Not in the entire lifespan of the game am I going to get that. And again, like, there needs to be something that companies need to realize when you are doing this, is there needs to be a way to refresh this. So like with the trending, with Luxio, who's been here since day 1, what a more beneficial idea would be is that at the beginning of every week, the board gets wiped. At the beginning of every single week, everything on the trending page, gone. You still keep all your medals, you're not going to lose them, and like you can still keep those pictures in your album with a medal count, but like then everybody's back to zero. That way you would have a more fairer system, because that way everybody would have a chance to get the prizes rather than just the e-celebrities getting the prizes by just saying, give me the likes, and then you get the likes. I'm not saying Luxio did that, but considering he had 100,000 on the very first day, like within maybe 5 hours of the game going live, I kind of have to imagine. So that's my one real big issue with the online thing, where it's got the Mario Maker problem that, you know, even though like the whole idea of the likes is nice, if one person says give me likes, they get the likes, they get all the prizes, and you get jack shit. And even if you make a better picture, because let's face it, it's a Bidoof in a hat. That's all it is. It's a Bidoof in a hat. And I kind of feel that, you know, something like, you know, either Journey's End, or if we need to add some filters, resonates with Joy, which is the highest, and it got a lot. I feel like that could rival the Bidoof, you know, I mean, he didn't even change the title. It's got the default title of Where's It Going? It's not going anywhere. Shouldn't you be saying, I want to eat that cake, I want to nom the cake? So they didn't even change the title, so it's like, you know, but yeah, so that's my problem. It's the hierarchy problem that Mario Maker had, where it's like, hey, I made a really good level. I put like days, because I did make a few Mario Maker levels, and like Rubber Ross, I spent days, if not a couple of weeks, working on one level. Like, oh, let's go through all the intricacies. Hey, like Ross, I made a really good level. I spent 2 weeks on it. I went through all the intricacies. I tested it over and over to like make sure that there's like all these secret passages. Like Ross, I made a pretty good fucking level. I'm sorry, who are you? Well, I mean, you don't have to know who I am, but can you give me a like? Can you give me like just, you know, 30 likes so I can get the Bowser bodysuit, please? No, fuck you. Oh. Hey guys, my name's Rubber Ross. Can you give me a like so I can get the Bowser costume? Oh yeah, here's 1,000 likes, Ross, because we know who you are. So yeah, I just feel like there needs to be a better way on that one. But that's about it. That's all I have to say on that. And you know, we'll go into the final verdict. And one I will give a like on though, because that's brand new, is Flygon sleeping with the Trapinch. That's cute. There you go. You can have one of those. Only 32 medals. Only 32 medals. You deserve more. Kevin, you deserve more. And you know, like I wish there was more than 3 as well. Oh, I've also just realised all the languages. But I wish there was more than 3 as well, because it's like, hey, what if I wanted to keep giving more people likes? What if I wanted to like press like the button to give more people likes? Why is there no featured? I don't know. There's featured in that one though. So yeah, that's it. We'll go back to normal Spyro now, and we'll just do the final verdict now that I've talked about photo mode. And one other thing I'll bring up is the fact that if we go into research, for those alternate paths, as I did fail to mention the alternate path thing, and it is a great extra feature, with every score that you get better on your pictures, you get a level increase. If you look at the day, I'm in the way, sorry. Let me just take Magician Girl down, because again we were playing Divinity, I forgot to take that one down. You get a level, so you've got like level 2, and I need just a little bit more to get to level 3. That's already at level 3, and then I'm level 2 on that spot. So the more you take pictures, the more it ranks up, and that can also unlock new Pokemon, that can also unlock different pathways, and yeah, it's just an enhancement of the original, and it's nice. But let's just go over to the final verdict. It's great. It's exactly what it should be. True to the original with the on-rails and taking pictures, but also an enhancement with the alternate paths in the gameplay, the better graphics, the easier scoring system, and so forth. It's been 20 years of people asking for Snap to be ported, and they did something even better. You know, a slightly missed opportunity being that it's going to say new Snap in your library. It would have been nice to have the original also ported, either as a standalone physical for $30, or like 3D All-Stars include the ROM on the cartridge and sell it for $70. I would have paid an extra $10 if it said included Pokemon Snap. But overall, Bandai Namco did a fantastic job when it came to making this game. Twice now, Bandai has killed it when it comes to Pokemon. I don't know what team is leading the charge. I don't know if it's the research team getting right into the community and communicating with the fans, or the marketing not being stupid and actually following what Snap fans want rather than...
Well, the chart says...
There is many possibilities, but whatever section of Bandai is the driving force, keep them in the driver's seat, as twice now they have hit a home run. Pokken, while not being completely balanced,
is the only one because I get free wins. You try to shield, I'll try again until I get ahead. I'll use this move and this one too. You never save.
was still a good Pokemon fighting game, trying to capture the more fast-paced battles of the anime, where enemies and allies used moves in tandem to counter each other, rather than the slower turn-based combat of the main series. And now here, capturing the spirit of the original on rails, take your pictures, while elevating it to new heights. Bandai really knows their stuff when it comes to making Pokemon games, which is no surprise as they have had plenty of time to practice, being that I think they either own Digimon or at the very least they own the rights to Digimon. Oh, you want a Pokemon fighting game? We did that on the PlayStation 1 with Digimon Rumble Arena. You want like a more on-rails game where you're not going to focus too much on the world? Don't worry, we did that in Cyber Sleuth. You want an open world game like the main series, if you ever ask us to do it? We did that with Digimon World. We've been doing Digimon, we've had plenty of practice. We've been at this shit for years, so we know what we're doing. And you know what you're doing especially, because all three of your aforementioned series of Rumble Arena, Cyber Sleuth, and Digimon World have the best Digimon, the Digimon Queen herself, Renamon. The Queen! We must find the Queen, this is the way. I love that fox. So yeah, they've already had plenty of time to practice on Digimon and refine their product for Pokemon. I mean, I'd like to see them refine... I mean, Cyber Sleuth, they brought out Cyber Sleuth 2, and Cyber Sleuth 2 is amazing. So, like, they pretty much already refined it. But hey, Bandai, if you're listening, we haven't had a Digimon Rumble Arena in quite some time, nor a Digimon World in quite some time. So, like, you know, while you've refined your craft for Pokemon, do you think because Pokken did so well? Do you think because you got it right with Pokken? Do you think we can see a new Digimon Rumble Arena? Can we see a Digimon fighting game, please? Can you also include Renamon as well, please? Like, I'm begging you. Not only because Rumble Arena was a good game, but because I'm Renamon's simp and I need to see more of my Fox waifu, please. But yeah, definitely Bandai, give us a new Rumble Arena and a new Digimon world, because what you're doing with Pokemon, you're hitting the nail on the head, and it's the same concept of go capture a bunch of creatures, be that in picture form or ball form. So you're already, you've got it. I want more Digimon. But yeah, and that's about it. I mean, then we do get to the Sword and Shield. Like people enjoy things. So, as the game is coming out, and Nintendo and Pokemon are promoting it, you have the discourse. You have several things coming up, and I just want to address them at the end. Of why did Sword and Shield not look this good? This is why they need to let Bandai do it, etc., etc. And I just want to dispel some of these rumours, and also, like, again, try and quell the mob of false expectations. Why did Sword and Shield not look this good? Because it was a 3DS port. It was ported at the last minute. Why does Diamond and Pearl not look this good? Because the Sword and Shield crisis, where everybody said they looked bad, made Pokemon scared to treat their main series as they've treated this game. So they just went back to their original roots. They went back to the top-down perspective. And I mean, you know, the in-battle cutscenes, they look nice. There's nothing wrong with them. But the biggest issue that the game faces is Generation 9 better look like this. It won't. It won't. Stop you there. It won't. Because Game Freak is an independent company, which you might laugh at. I know you're listening to that and you're laughing. Game Freak is only 143 people big. That is the size of a large indie company. That's tiny. Game Freak has to make a main series game every year. If you're not making Sword and Shield, you're making Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. If you're not making Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you're making Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. Every year they've either had to put out a main series game, a sequel, or an alternate dimension or a remake. If you're not working on, we'll just use the latest ones. If you're not working on Sun and Moon, then you're making an alternate universe of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. If you're not working on the Ultimate Universe, you're making a remake of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. If you're not making that, you're working on a main series of Sword and Shield. Constantly, every single year, you have grown so big. Like, the concept, the idea of Pokemon has grown so big that you cannot expect a independent company, a small 143 person company, to be able to make something that size in a year. Keep in mind, Bandai, the people working on this, are a 2,000 person company, 20 times the size of Game Freak, and they didn't have to rush this game. This game was announced 2 years ago, in 2019. Not 1 year ago. We have had 2 years of this being in the oven, opposed to it has to be out every year, and we had a group of people 20 times the size. The problem lies in the fact that the people at the top, not the studio, the Pokemon company itself, Mr. Ishihara, will not allow Game Freak to hire more staff. And that's where the problem is falling. So when people see this, and people say, why can't Sword and Shield look like this? Generation 9 better look like this. It won't, because these people have 20 times the manpower. They just physically, Game Freak can physically not do that because they do not have the same manpower as Bandai. However, the silver lining to this is, after all the shit of Sword and Shield, after everything that's transpired, while there are still people going on about bring back the national decks and some of the other negative stuff, it does seem that there is a silver lining, that maybe the Pokemon Company itself has allowed Game Freak to hire a lot more staff, and Game Freak is now working on a actual real from the ground up 3D open world game in the form of Legend of Arceus, which, while it doesn't quite look as good as the new Pokemon Snap and some of the frame rates are a bit jank, this is a pre-alpha, and for a pre-alpha that is pretty good, and I hope that we get to see this develop into something amazing. So like, if anybody's sitting there being like, man, could you imagine if Diamond and Pearl or 9 look like this? It's an unrealistic expectation. Generation 9 won't, because the size of the teams is vastly different. But from the positivity that people have got from this, the praising of these graphics, and the way that at least the good side of the National Dex Crisis was handled, it has shook the Pokemon Company awake just enough to allow Game Freak to either hire more people or make the thing that they want to make, and the Legend of Arceus is looking fantastic. But before we even get to that, we've got the remakes to do. So in terms of Pokemon, my closing thoughts on the new Pokemon Snap is it is absolutely fantastic. It is what everybody wanted. A ground up, completely new Pokemon game, not just a remake of the original. While that would have been a nice bonus to throw in, this is truly a true spiritual successor, a true sequel, a full ground up enhancement of everything. Bigger courses, more Pokemon, taking the idea of the secret exits and turning them into full alternate paths. Everything has been enhanced and excelled, and when it comes down to it, it's also just fun. You just sit in the buggy and you just ride around taking pictures. No stress, no worries about like if we're gonna have to use Sword and Shield for a brief moment, you know, no worries about like grinding for shiny Pokemon or worrying if any Pokemon's gonna be in or out, or if there's gonna be some sort of forced XP share that's forced on top of you and all like that. We can strip all that away because it's just Snap, and that's all anybody ever wanted. It's just Pokemon Snap. It is a fantastic sequel. It is one of the best, and again, I don't know if this is to do with the marketing team or the research team, but it is one of the best Pokemon sequels that Pokemon has ever made. Because, you know, there have been sequels, not just in the main series with Black and White 2, but also in the side games, like with Stadium 2, or Colosseum and Gale of Darkness, direct sequels to each other. But like with Stadium to Stadium 2, it's still the same, but it's got a little bit better graphics. With Colosseum to Gale of Darkness, it's roughly the same thing. You're capturing the Shadow Pokemon, and it's roughly like the same. The only difference is Shadow Lugia, which is amazing, but they never brung Shadow Lugia back. Can you bring Shadow Lugia back, please? I'd like a Shadow Lugia because she is the best. But anyway, you know, we don't have to worry about any of that. It's just a straight up sequel, and they took everything like with Stadium or Colosseum or Black and White 1. They looked at the original and they said, how can we enhance this? How can we take this to the next level? And rather than just making very menial changes like with Gale of Darkness, they completely said, no, we're going full in. That secret exit, it's not just going to be like, oh, there's not just one secret exit, but 2 secret exits. No, we're going all the way. We're going to make full on alternate pathways. So in terms of Pokemon, this has to be one of the best sequels that Pokemon has ever made. It is definitely A, it's worth the money, B, it's worth your time, and C, it is worthy of a Game of the Year contender. That's how much fun I and my stream have been having, just rolling around taking the pictures of like Mephi, who you will have seen across this review in the Lycanroc Midnight suit. She absolutely adores that wolf, so I made sure, as you can see on the screen, to get all 4 of the Midnight Lycanroc pictures. And not only did I get all 4 of Mephi, but I also got them all to a diamond rank, especially for our favourite cute little Pegasus, who loves that dog. But yeah, it's amazing, and more than likely it will become one of the Game of the Year contenders, because it is that good. But that's enough of Snap, and that's enough of Pokemon. Pokemon, of course, is not over. We have got the Diamond and Pearl remakes coming out in the winter, which obviously we'll have to look a little bit more in depth on, because that's when we bring back Pokedexes and the forced XP share, and like how easy or hard the game will be. But that's for later on. For now, this is something that I highly recommend, and something that you should definitely take a look at. But that's going to be enough from me. I'm going to leave you in a moment with my Patreons, but as I say, this is not the end of Pokemon for this year. We do have Diamond and Pearl. So I will see all of you around the winter time. They usually come out in about November, where we will be ditching, well, I mean, you can see it on the ball and on the collar, but we will be ditching our Sea Lion suit, our fabulous Sea Lion suit, for a Team Galactic uniform, and we will be heading into the stars with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So I will see all of you in that one. As of what's coming up next, the next thing I will be putting out is a review that we did do live of Scott Cawthon's little mini FNAF game, as a way of apologising that Security Breach is late. It's just a mini review, and it's also going to be the full stream VOD, but yeah, you'll see that tomorrow. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. There are links down below to the Twitter if you want to see when I'm tweeting, when I'm going live. A link to the Twitch so you can come and watch all this live, like us getting all of Mephi's pictures to diamonds, as well as a link to the public Discord if you want to come in and talk to me at any time, and of course a link to my Patreons, where I would like to give a special shout out to the Patreons of Dark Blue Fire, Deddy, and Flick the Changeling. Thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it, and I will see all of you in the next video.